And a high court in the Federal Capital Territory has launched its first ever affidavit registry management system. Now, this is to ensure accessibility in the application of affidavits anywhere in the FCT. Celestina Area reports.
Affidavits are similar to statutory declarations and witness statements made under oath. Under oath refers to making a commitment to the fact that the information in your statement is true, based on personal knowledge or belief, to be used in court or by another official institution. The affidavits are also known as notarized statement, statement under oath, or sworn statement. In modern-day society, challenges faced when applying for an affidavit varies from delay of deponent time, extortion, to impersonation of commissioner of oath. To bridge this gap, the FCT High Court has officially launched its first affidavits registry management system. The ARMS will aid the process of assessing, verifying, and confirming affidavits sworn by the deponents. It will prevent financial leakage and ensure the protection of information of all users. Deponents need not spend time in court, as they just have to apply online through arms.fcthighcourt.gov.ng, after which a physical appearance is needed by the deponent in court as required by the Evidence Act.
The process is made available to all such that one does not need the help or assistance from touts or jobbers.
Let's extend the convenience that we have put in place today. And let's now go the next step, which is to validate. I shouldn't be able to come to your court and be two people that you would confirm me to.
In line with our intention to continue to sustain a mutually beneficial working relationship with the court, I take this opportunity to inform you that our legal secretariat is presently reviewing the FCT laws, a critical instrument in your jurisdiction, which will be made available to you as soon as possible.
We are very delighted that at least for the first time in history, we're going to provide a solution that will form the basis of solving the problems that we've had in the judiciary for a very long time.
Litigants and deponents are becoming increasingly aware for the need of ease of service through a transparent and accountable process. Celestina Area, TVC News, Abuja.
Begin in the nation's capital, where the Nigerian President Mohamed Bazoum has acknowledged the need to design a new strategy to tackle developing threats in the northwestern part of Nigeria. He made these remarks while speaking with State House correspondents after meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari in Abuja. The discussions between the two West African presidents had centered around security, economy, and other issues beneficial to both countries. President Bazoum thanked Nigeria for almost entirely funding operations of the multinational Joint Task Force, which has addressed common threats of terrorism in the Lake Chad region. He also thanked President Buhari for ensuring the takeoff of the Kano-Katsina-Maradi railway project, a project he believes will integrate the economies of Nigeria and Niger.
Nigerian security and Niger security, which I provide some logistic and cars for them in order to ease their operation. What we are doing is that if we have any information about bandits that coming from either exit Niger, then we are going to push them from Nigeria. Then we alert the Niger security.
On the use of the platform of the MNJTF to defeat the insurgents who are harboring on the shores of the Lake Chad. That operation is now currently undergoing. And I think such kind of operation is needed to ensure that the insurgents are defeated in the shores of the Lake Chad.
We're staying on security issues. Multiple sources, including the Vigilante Group of Nigeria, say the Kaduna train attack could have been prevented if proactive measures had been taken by security forces. Commandant General of the Volunteer Security Group says they had gotten wind of the planned attack, but collaborative efforts with security forces to scuttle it were limited. Sifon Essien reports.
It's 3 days after the terror attack on the Kaduna-bound train, resulting in the death of at least 8 persons and more than 40 wounded. The search is on for the passengers unaccounted for, most of whom are believed to have been kidnapped by the assailants. This is coming amid allegations of ticket racketeering, which the management of the railway company has dismissed. Beyond this, it has also emerged that prior to the Monday attack, security forces had gotten wind that terror groups were planning an offensive on the railway. The leader of this volunteer group says its operatives also got heads up of the impending attack.
Yeah, we saw it coming because we have our people around. All this community from Abuja down to that place. All those villages, we have our people. But the problem we're having is, this is not the first time that it happens. This is the second time. And that second time that it happens, after small talk from here and there, everybody just relaxed. Knowing fully well that these people are prepared and are ready for this rail, to tamper with the rail line and even to bomb it.
Multiple sources in the security services say the attack could have been prevented if security forces had collaborated more effectively.
So you can see what happened. That initial, what do you call it, something they have done, should tell us that they are ready and they will still come back.
Even now, there are growing concerns of more terror attacks in the region. The military authorities are scaling up operations just as airstrikes have killed dozens of terrorists in locations a few kilometers from the scene of the train attack. For this group, grassroots policing remains the best option.
For volunteer organizations like this, these security challenges are daunting but surmountable, requiring a grassroots approach. Sifon Essien, TVC News, Abuja.
Away from security, let's turn to judicial matters. The Court of Appeal sitting in Enugu has upheld the decision of the Abakaliki High Court bordering on a defection of Ebonyi State Governor David Umahi and his deputy Kelechi Igwe from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress. The lead judge, Justice Alpha Belgore, held that the appeal filed by the candidate of the APC in the 2019 governorship election, Senator Sonny Ogbueji, lacked merit and that the cases cited are totally irrelevant to the matter brought before the court. Justice Belgore further pointed that the removal of Governor Mahi and his deputy lies in the hands of the legislature and must be in line with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. While citing Section 308 of the Constitution, the judge pointed out that no legal action can be taken against the sitting president, vice president, as well as sitting governor and his deputy. He therefore dismissed the appeal with a 200,000 naira fine against the appellant. And staying in Abuja, the Public Accounts Committee of the House of Representatives has threatened to issue warrants of arrest against the heads of 17 subsidiaries of NNPC Limited. But the agency's chief executive officer, Mele Kyari, insists the affected companies have nothing to hide and promised to produce them next week. National Assembly correspondent Joke Adisa reports.
The Auditor General of the Federation's report had alleged financial infractions by the 17 subsidiaries of the NNPC Limited between 2014 and 2019. One of such was that involving about 107 million barrels of crude, which could not be accounted for in 2018. To answer to the queries, the Public Accounts Committee had invited the agencies several times, but none honored its call. The committee queries the continued absence of the heads of the companies, insinuating they might indeed be hiding something from Nigerians.
They responded that they cannot appear before the parliament except they have the nod of the group managing director. It's on that basis that we invited the GMD to come along with them so they can answer audit queries raised by the Auditor General of the Federation.
The Chief Executive Officer of NNPC Limited, Mele Kyari, is before the lawmakers to answer to their inquiries. He says neither the agency nor its subsidiaries has anything to hide.
NNPC has nothing to hide. We have nothing to hide from Nigerians. As a demonstration of that, Mr. Chairman, the same audited accounts that you have, we have published it for the generality of Nigerians to see, read, and comment on it.
But the committee insists the companies must answer for themselves.
Subsidiaries, they must appear before this parliament to answer the queries raised by the Auditor General of the Federation, they have to bear their father's name. And sir, with due respect and humility, the NNPC is not in a position to dictate to the Parliament how the Parliament conducts its business.
The Auditor General has submitted the report to Parliament that these subsidiaries, this company owned by Nigerians, have refused, underlined, capitalized, refused to do what they are supposed to do. And the Constitution says clearly, take them to Parliament. Sir,
at the end of the day's deliberations, the committee was able to extract an assurance from the NNPC chief that he would appear before the lawmakers with the heads of the affected companies next week. Joke Edson, TVC News, Abuja.